Hello, I'm Kenna Johnson from the Channel Company. Organizations have increasingly moved to hybrid multi-cloud environments to accelerate their growth, but managing these environments can be challenging. With BlueXP, NetApp is leading the way to a more evolved cloud to simplify and automate critical operations.
Joining me today to share more details on BlueXP is Chuck Foley from NetApp and John Woodall from GDT. Thank you both for joining me here today.
My pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
Let's get right down to it. Let's start with Chuck. What effect has the move to hybrid work had on resource tools and security?
Well, I think after the global dynamics of 2020 and everything that's happened since then, one key business imperative that has emerged is agility. The ability to deploy work anywhere in any environment without being bounded by physical work environments. It needs to include physical work environments, but it can't be constricted by that. And we see it with people working from home, but most people don't realize is that extends to large systems, large scale workloads that used to be the confines of a given data center surrounded by brick. And so the ability to deploy that work anywhere at any time has become key. And as we've seen in the last couple of months, there's another angle of that agility, which is the ability to dial up and dial down resources as my budget might afford and pay for what I use without having to lay out a tremendous amount of capital up front in order to lay down the plumbing. So the ability to go wherever I need to go, dial it up, dial it down, use what I need to use with a best of breed approach, that's really what our customers are asking us for. And that's, by the way, why we introduced BlueXP earlier this year.
Chuck, can you share with us, what is BlueXP?
BlueXP, if you haven't heard about it, is a unified control plane for the hybrid multi-cloud environment. In essence, its mission is to bring sanity and simplicity to what's become a really increasingly complex world. Because these different environments, be your on-premise environments or Azure, AWS, Google, the different clouds, they have different frameworks, different tool sets, different lexicons, different skill sets, different financial commitments that any one company may have made to these different places. So you need something that can bring sanity to all that can allow a given staff to deploy and manage resources in one environment, or the next day move that to another environment, or in another day move it to another environment, yet using common corporate policies and principles to make sure that you meet your performance and availability agreements and that you have your data security and compliance all well in hand as well.
John, we'll go to you for this one. How does BlueXP help you manage different cloud environments?
You can now apply common tools, common APIs, common skill set, common policies, as Chuck said, and not have to be concerned with the differences, but be more focused on driving outcomes and driving efficiency. And so BlueXP is a significant development. Cloud 1.0 is done. We're in the middle of Cloud 2.0, Cloud 3.0 will come. And each iteration requires evolution, requires that next level of innovation. And I think from a NetApp specific perspective, BlueXP is part of that and a major part of that next step.
John, what opportunities does this open up for partners?
If I'm talking to someone who is running on-prem infrastructure, BlueXP allows me to discover and manage on-premises resources. So I'm addressing IT ops efficiency. If they're more of a cloud ops focused customer persona, then it allows me to, again, same interface, same tooling allows me to talk about efficiencies in the cloud from a cloud ops perspective. Now we haven't talked about Spot, that's a bit of a different, but that would be FinOps that I can bring into that discussion. And I can bring in SecOps around security, both on-prem and in the cloud. Each of those has their own ecosystem, their own best of breed complementary partners to NetApp. But with BlueXP, it's better than a PowerPoint. And I don't mean that in a flippant way. Oftentimes a sales call is, we have a PowerPoint, we're gonna show up and talk to you. BlueXP is a more interactive discussion. I can show you the interface, I can walk you through the use cases in real time, and I can help the customer discover, oh, there is a better way to provide consistent, predictable, and reliable operations, security, tooling, skill set, and APIs to what I'm trying to achieve.
And Chuck, finally, what are the benefits for partners?
We give our partners a chance to broaden the people they're talking to. So often we've been talking to IT ops people, and now we find ourselves talking with, as he mentioned, FinOps people, because with BlueXP, FinOps are now users. They put fingers on keyboard. of BlueXP to see what licenses do I have and when do they expire, and what am I using and what am I not using, and maybe do I want to shift some of the dollars I committed from here to here, from on-prem to the cloud, from storage to compliance. You have that ability. So that brings them into the fold, as well as the DevOps people that can use AI and ML deployed resources to say, I don't want to bother my IT ops people, but I need an environment for these 17 Kubernetes clusters. Just go do it according to the policies that have already been approved. All that means the Johns of the world can have more relevant, broader conversations. And I think the next thing that we allowed them to do is create new business models. BlueXP with a richer multi-tenant model gives our partners the ability to tap into that and to create some new services that they offer to customers using their tenancy on behalf of, especially the small and medium-sized customers that don't have a clue as to how they move up and take advantage of Azure or Google or AWS or all three. And we happen to think that commercial small, medium businesses should have the ability to have a multi-cloud environment if it best fits them, just like a Fortune 500. And this gives John's company and others the ability to actually do that easily.
Chuck, John, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you here and your insight. If you'd like to learn more about BlueXP, head to the website at the bottom of your screen. For the Channel Company, I'm Kenna Johnson.